guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nay. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any of my videos. Alright guys, well, today's video is going to be a lot different. It's actually my very first story time on this channel. I did a poll on Instagram and asked you guys if you guys wanted to see a story time or a makeup tutorial, and you guys said story time, so here I am. And my very first story time for you guys is going to be about the time that I almost died at school. Yeah, you heard me right. So if you guys want to know how I came to live and how I almost died at school, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so this story took place about 7 years ago. I was still going to college at the time, and I was actually taking a class with my little brother, and I'm pretty sure that it was a biology class that we were taking, because I remember this entire thing happening in that huge like auditorium lecture hall, where it's like literally like auditorium seating, and yeah, so that's just like a little setting for you guys. Also, I remember it being the second week of school, and it was like the first day or second day of the second week of college. Yeah, if that makes any sense. But yeah, well, and I also have like memories of that day because I remember it was the first day that I had packed my lunch for school, because I was like, I'm not gonna be spending money here or eating unhealthy, none of that. So I had this like super cute Hello Kitty lunch pail or lunch bag thing that I had packed all my lunch in and snacks for the day, whatever. It was the first class of the day, so it was literally like 8 o'clock in the morning as all of this was happening. But yeah, so I remember just getting to class with my brother. We walk up the little stairs, take a seat, and I'm starting to like pull out notebooks and everything. Class is just starting. I'm pulling out my planner, starting to like, you know, take notes, all that good stuff. And out of freaking nowhere, you guys, I feel the sharpest freaking pain. So out of nowhere, I feel like this immense amount of pain coming from my hand, and I'm like, what the heck? I look down and I freaking kid you not, I got stung by a bee. Mind you, I am deadly allergic to bees. Probably the only person in this entire auditorium of students. I'm the one who got stung. Anaphylactic shock kind of allergy, okay? So I'm literally freaking out for a second. The stinger's still in my finger, and I look at my brother like in disbelief, and I'm like, JD, look. I like don't even think that I was able to talk, but I was like, dude, look. He looked and he seen the bee. His immediate reaction was to grab a piece of lined paper and kill the bee. So he gives me the bee with the paper, and I look down at my hand and I'm like, oh my god, my entire thumb at this point is so swollen that it's spreading down to my hand. And I look at my brother and he looks at me, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Stupid, because I know what I need to do, because I know that I'm deadly freaking allergic to bees. We're in the middle of class, not even 15 minutes into the very first class of the day, and I got stung by a bee. And I'm sitting there freaking out. My brother looks at me and he's like, you need to go to the health office. You already know that. I'm sitting there, I have no EpiPen, so I'm like, oh my god. I'm literally having a panic attack as I'm sitting in my seat. I look at my brother and I just take off running down the stairs and out of the classroom. Everyone's looking at me because they're like, why the heck is this girl picking up and running in the middle of class? Class just started. I remember the teacher looking at me like I literally booked it out of class. Everyone's looking at me. Who is this crazy girl? What is she doing? The crazy girl's me. What am I doing? I got stung by a bee, so I was trying to get the heck out of there. And yeah, so I make it out of the classroom, and of course the health office is all the way on the other side of campus. So here I am sprinting my little booty to the health office. Mind you, I still have the piece of paper with the bee in it. I get to the health office, I'm like freaking panting, out of breath. I don't run, I got a heart condition. We can't be doing that all the time. Like, it was an emergency. So yeah, I make it to the health office, I slam the piece of paper down, I'm like frantic. I look at them and I'm like, I just got stung by a bee. in class, I don't have my EpiPen and I'm allergic. I show them my hand. My entire hand is swollen at this time. So the nurses look at me and they're like, oh crap. They take me to the back. Mind you, the piece of paper with the B is still on the counter. And they take me to the back and they're like, oh my god. One of them starts giving me Benadryl because I guess that's all that they were able to give me. They didn't have an EpiPen there. So one of them was giving me Benadryl. The other one was either getting baking soda or baking powder. I couldn't remember which. Mixed it with water and put it on my thumb because she said it was going to suck the poison out. Don't really know if that worked or not. But at this point, they were like, do you have your phone? Because you need to call a parent or somebody to come pick you up because they need to take you to the hospital or to urgent care to get proper help, you know? And at this point in time, I realized I left all of my stuff, including my cell phone, in class. So here the nurse is calling my mom off of the regular, like, off of like the school phone or whatever, and my mom doesn't answer because my mom doesn't answer anybody that she doesn't know. So I knew that was gonna happen. They call my dad, he doesn't answer. They call my mom, she doesn't answer. Call my dad, he doesn't answer. So at this point, one of the nurses was like, which classroom were you in? Let me go get your stuff so that way maybe you could call your parents and they could come pick you up. Now mind you, at this point, it's been a minute since I got stung. The inside of my lip is starting to get swollen and I'm just like, great, this is not gonna be good. So they put oxygen on me because they wanted me to be able to breathe better. Like, my entire throat wasn't swollen or anything, but they put oxygen on me as a precaution. So one of the nurses is running to go get my stuff, and who even knows like what that was like when she was like, hey, by the way, I'm here to go get that crazy girl that just ran out of class. I'm here to get her stuff. So yeah, she went to go get all my stuff, brought it back to me. And at this point, the other nurse is still trying to get a hold of my parents. My mom doesn't answer. My dad finally answers, and he's like, what's going on? And they have to explain to him that his daughter got stung by a bee, and they needed him to come pick me up from college. So let's just say that my dad was not super happy about that, but he also didn't know, like, the entire story, you know what I mean? So at this point, I have oxygen on me, my lip is swollen, my whole hand is swollen. I'm starting to feel the effects of the Benadryl because by this time they've given me like 2 doses because my inside of my lip was starting to swell, so they didn't want it to get any further. So yeah, so I'm all like doped up on Benadryl, and my dad finally calls me because he's there to pick me up. And he's like, where do I go? And here I am, like sleepy, like out of it, on oxygen, all Benadryled out, trying to explain to my dad how to get to the health office. So finally, he gets there, he picks me up, and he's like, what happened? I tell him that I got stung by a bee, and of course, yay, you know, like, clearly that would happen to me. So yeah, that's what happened. Long story short, that's what happened, and he took me to urgent care right after that, and I got an EpiPen shot, went home, and fell asleep. But you guys, I kid you freaking not, the fact that I took the bee with me had everybody laughing. Like, everyone was like, why did you bring the bee with you? And and my theory was like, well, I don't know if it's like some special kind of bee. Like, I'm allergic. I don't know what kind of bee that is. I just know, like, this is the culprit, and this is what happened. He did this to me. But yeah, you guys, long story short, that is how I almost died at school, in college. But yeah, you guys, that's my story in a nutshell of how I almost died at school. And it's still so wild to me because a little bug, a little insect could literally send me spiraling and to the hospital. And let me tell you, it has happened multiple times. Like, I've literally gotten stung right here by a bee for opening my window. And yeah, I've been stung about 4 or 5 times in my life, and every time I end up in the hospital. So yeah, you guys, that was wild. And I know it's kind of like silly because I think back and laugh at it now, like, dang, I almost died because of a bee. But like, no, like, that's a serious allergy. But yeah, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this story, and it was kind of like lighthearted, kind of like funny, I guess you would say. Like, yeah, it sucked that I had to go through it, but thinking back now, it's a super fun story to tell, and I just think it's like super hilarious. So yeah, if you guys are like allergic to bees, you should totally drop a comment down below. If you guys have an allergy of anything, drop it down below, because like your girl's allergic to a lot of things. But yeah, you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. I'll be coming at you guys real soon with a makeup tutorial, so let me know what kind of looks you guys want to see, and I'll keep them coming your way. But yeah, you guys, sending you an immense amount of love radiating through the screen, and I hope you guys can feel it. But yeah, peace and love to you always, and I hope to see you in my next video. See you later, alligator. Bye!
With you, babe, with you, babe, with you, babe, hey, hey. It's okay, hey, hey. No delay.